Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. It's probably not even morning anymore. It's probably afternoon by the time you're seeing this. Regardless, I hope that you guys had an incredible weekend. We had a very busy weekend this weekend. We have state testing that's coming up this week for school for the boys, and so we've been prepping everything for that. There will be another video coming out where I pack their snackle boxes, so that'll be fun. But anyway, so we got things prepped and ready to go that we needed for state testing this week. A couple of the boys had a ninja class where they got to go and do like a special mission thing, which was really fun for them. And then what else did we do this weekend? I have one kid that's pretty salty because he couldn't go to the gym. He trains like MMA style fighting, and he has something going on with the wrist, so he couldn't go to his classes this weekend. So he is a little bit salty, but he's fine. And then we were supposed to get up and go to church this morning, but we did not end up making it to church this morning, so we will have to catch up on our sermon later. Obviously, one of the things that I did get accomplished this weekend was getting the entire downstairs cleaned back up. So I'm always happy to get that done, especially when I get them done on like Saturday nights, because then I can wake up on Saturday morning and feel like everything is fresh and ready to go for the next day. So that's always awesome. Are you guys like that? Does it just make you feel better when you have a freshly cleaned house to wake up to in the morning? There's something about it that just makes me feel so much better when I start my day. And I do have to show myself some grace sometimes. There are days where I go to bed and I'm like, whatever, sink full of dishes while it drives me crazy. It's not going to make me lose sleep. But anyway, I definitely love cleaning, and I definitely love bringing you guys along. Oh, and I have to keep everything as spotless as I possibly can right now because showings. If you know, you know. We bought this house sight unseen, except for like on Zillow when we moved from Alaska. And I had no idea where the trash can was when we first moved in. Finally found it. Absolutely love it. I really, really enjoy the fact that it's concealed. But man, if it was only a little bit bigger with all the people that live in this house. In and out, in and out. That's basically what we do all day long to the big trash cans. And can we talk about how the outside of the trash can gets so dirty? I will never understand how cabinets end up with all of the disgusting on them. All right, now on to get the sink cleaned back up. And as we talked about in the last video, when I leave my cast iron sitting in my stainless steel sink, sometimes it creates a little bit of a rust spot. So here we go with the loop-de-loop of washing. First, I wash it with soft scrub, give it a really good clean. Then I use really, really hot water to rinse all of that out. And then I go back through it with Dawn dish soap so that I can wash all of that out, because I really don't like using bleach. But at the same time, it really is one of the only things that deep cleans the rust stains out of the stainless steel. So it is what it is. Dishwasher loaded and turned on, check. And it'll be like that for another hour before I have to do them again. I know that this is one of those topics that everybody has their opinion about. You are more than welcome to leave them in the comments, to each their own. But when I clean out my cast iron, I never, ever, ever let it sit in soapy water. So hear me on that. I do clean them with hot soapy water, but I never let them sit. So I literally let it sit in really hot water, rinse that out, scrub them out, rinse that out, and then go to season them. You guys already know the routine. 99.9% of the time that I'm cooking on the stove, it's with cast iron, and with cast iron comes maintenance. You put it in the sink, you leave it in there too long, it makes a ring, you have to scrub out the sink. You take it out of the sink, you dry it off, you put it on the stove, you put your oil in it, you wipe that all around, turn the heat on, season it up for a few minutes, turn it off, push it back off the heat, and it's ready for the next go round. As you guys know, I always have projects going on, and currently I'm working on stripping the paint off of a desk that we found at Goodwill for like $5. It's going to be awesome, but I swear I keep just moving all of these bits and pieces of my project materials around the house. It's time to get these things out to the garage where they belong. But first, recycling, and this isn't even my job. Where's the kid that's supposed to be doing this? Totally got sidetracked by my under the cabinet light that I bought like a year ago. These things are so amazing. I have them in a couple of spaces in the kitchen, and they have the feature where you can turn them on so they are auto censored, or you can turn them on and keep them on, and they're magnetic. And so you literally just attach the magnetic strip up underneath your cabinet, and then they just attach right to the magnetic strip, and then you pull them down, charge them, throw them back in. These things are a game changer. I absolutely love them. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to get one of these and put it in a closet that we have, like a coat closet that doesn't have a light because it's really bright. I think it's going to be perfect in there. So that was just a total side note. I'll put the description in the box below if you guys want it. Okay, now to get everything out to the garage, like I said, where it goes. Recycling, done. All of my materials for working on the desk, done. Don't you dare look behind me in that garage and see all the disaster that's out there. We're not talking about that right now. We had a sweet moment where we got to make a meal for a friend who just had hip surgery, and they have got a whole bunch of babies running around, so chocolate chip cookies were a must. Now it's just finishing up this living room. We had to put everything back together. We moved everything out of the way so I could clip all of the puppies' hair and fingernails and things like that. We vacuumed it all up. Now it's time to put everything back together so we can move on with our day. I know that you guys peeped my little vacuum that I use all the time over there in the corner. I will tell you, the only thing that drives me crazy about that vacuum cleaner is that I wish that the cord was longer. Otherwise, still top 10 out of 10. And now it's my favorite time of the video where I get to pray for you guys. Lord, I pray that every single person that's watching this has had a fantastic week. I pray that they had a great weekend with friends, family, or literally just by themselves doing something that they wanted to do. I pray that it was restful, and I pray that as they get ready to go into their new week, Lord, that you bless them substantially, that you allow them to seek you first, and that everybody has an amazing week. Amen.